We all know that George Osborne took cocaine, and we heard he enjoyed inviting prostitutes to come to visit him to soothe his pains. But the question is, have others in the Conservative Party indulged in such behaviour? First of all, the Conservative Party is not a democracy. It is run by a small group of very elite people, politicians, wealthy donors, etc. It has a membership, but that membership is tiny. Officially, it's 150,000 people. But in reality, it's more like 50,000 to 60,000 active members. And these members are really exploited. They're just kind of used to do all the dirty jobs, such as handing out leaflets or knocking on doors before elections. So the question really is, what is the culture of this Tory elite? We know about David Cameron and the pig, but there's far more dirtier stuff than that. Take Richard Harpin. This guy's not famous, but he's a wealthy Conservative donor. It turns out that he was once involved in a bit of an insurance scam and even got fined 30 million. Next, Lord Laidlaw, a good family man, a Conservative member of the House of Lords, of course, and poor guy, he has a sex addiction. And he always needs to invite prostitutes round to deal with that addiction. And cocaine is always, of course, on the menu. But finally, the best example really is Lord Ashcroft, the guy who wrote the book exposing David Cameron and the pig. And the reason he did that was revenge. He gave the Conservative Party millions of pounds thinking he would get a job in government for that money, and he didn't get it. But the worst part about him was that, what was he trying to do? It was a bribe. He was trying to give millions of pounds to the government via the Conservative Party in order to get a job. That's quite bad behaviour. But so what? I mean, don't we all enjoy breaking the rules? That's part of the fun of being alive. Yes. But the Conservatives are the first to judge and condemn others for their behaviour. I mean, you hear like a Conservative saying, "Oh, prostitution is utterly reprehensible." And suffice it to say that drug taking has absolutely no place in modern society. Although my favourite part is when the Conservatives talk about fraud. Because if a poor person takes 50 to 60 pounds a week from unemployment benefit, they're like, "Oh, zero tolerance for those scoundrels, send them straight to prison." Although, when their friends in the corporate world commit fraud worth millions, whether it's an insurance scam or it's tax evasion, it's only in a Hollywood fantasy that the police would smash through the doors of these corporate offices and arrest these criminals in suits, whether in giant corporations or in big banks. But so what? So the Conservative can just say, "We're hypocrites, so what?" But we need to be hypocrites. We are the most talented people, the most important people in the country. Without us, the country is not going to run. Well, I call that the Wizard of Oz scenario. Because their jobs, whether they're CEOs, politicians, whatever, they're not that complex. You don't need to be intelligent for any of that. Just like a bus driver or a cleaner, you're really part of a team and doing the same tasks over and over again. In terms of importance, well, imagine a company without its directors, without its CEO. Yes, it would have problems, of course, but imagine it without its cleaners. Or imagine a company like Nike without its factory workers. Without the low-paid people, the company's dead. So actually, the most important people in a company are the low-paid people. Finally, in terms of talent, actually, Lord Sugar, Alan Sugar, is a great example of this. We think he's so talented, he's a great inventor, right? Wrong. A lot of his inventions he took from other people and then stamped his brand name on it. And then he trashed his own company because he refused to stock Microsoft products and then came up with these crazy inventions like an email machine that nobody used. So yeah, I call this the Wizard of Oz scenario, because just like when Dorothy was on the yellow brick road walking to Emerald City, she thought, the wizard, he's a great man, he has magical powers, he lives in a wonderful palace. And when she got there, she saw it was all a show. He was just pulling down a lever. So, is George Osborne still doing cocaine? Maybe. Are others in the Conservative Party indulging in bad behaviour? Probably. But what I definitely know is that the Conservatives, they're not better people than us. Them and all their friends, they don't deserve so much more money than us. And that everything they do is just pretending. Just like the Wizard of Oz, they don't have any more special talents or powers than us.
Continuing to grow our economy and create jobs. And I'm sure he will be pleased to know that in terms of the long-term economic plan, a new statistic has come out today, which is we